Hi guys, this is Shubhamar over here. This is the first part of the a multi-part Angular JS Jumpstart series. The idea behind this Jumpstart series is we'll be starting from the basics and we will jump into the pro level. Okay, so let's start about our course. And this is the first video of the multi-part video I'm making. So let's start. Okay, so what are the things that are we going to cover today? The first one is the what is Angular and who are the target audiences for that. And the next one is what is the development environment that we are going to use, and how we can debug the JavaScript as well as our Angular code. And with the next part will be which coding pattern in case of the Angular will be using. And this is a very important thing because Angular totally depends on the JavaScript abstraction and the object orientedness of the functional programming which JavaScript provides us. Okay, and in the last part I will discuss what will be there in my future videos of this same screencast. Okay, so let's start. So at first, let's see what Angular was. Angular started as a JavaScript project inside Google. Then it has been published as a open source library for use. So now worldwide, many developers use it, and like it is simply awesome. And like I used it personally. So just take my word now. We will see why it is awesome in a minute or so. Okay, so as I said, it's an open source framework, so now you can easily download all the AngularJS framework codes and even look into it in GitHub. So let's go into this link that I have given over there. You can see this is the Angular homepage, and as it is an open source project, so you can view it on GitHub and even contribute your code. And you can see the time of the recording. It is the 23rd of December of 2014. You can see what is the version over there. Okay, that is being used as the latest one. Okay, so this is been the Angular homepage, and definitely you can download it from here, but we are not downloading it now. We'll be directly integrating with our IDE. Let's see how we can do that later. And so just see what kind of wonders can be done using Angular. This site is very effective. This one you could see uh, built in with Angular, built in with angularjs.org. I would request you to go to this site, and if you just scroll down a bit or so, you will see how many cool stuff that has been built. Okay, so there are this buzz, like there is hacky note, it is a presentation editor, and there is some assessment system. There are a lot of school stuffs are there, and they are being totally made on Angular. And so it's really cool, like, and it's very powerful. Okay, so now what are the prerequisite for this course? Like, you might be thinking, the prerequisite is it is the knowledge of basic level JavaScript and document object model, like how you can manipulate the document object model behind any HTML or any other kind of document using JavaScript. So that will be pretty much enough to get us started with Angular, because Angular is ultimately, at the end of the day, is a JavaScript framework only. Okay, so what is the development environment we are going to use? That might be the next question. Now here's a catch, that many of the development tools that are coming lately, for example, only for web development, they say WebStorm is a wonderful stuff to go ahead. And there are other stuffs also. For example, there is Sublime Text in iOS or anything. But to make it just independent, I found something called Plunker. Okay, it is totally a web development environment, and it is hosted on your browser. So let's see how does it work. We can simply go over it and just open it in my favorite browser. Well, the plunker.com is loading. You could see plnkr.co, and this is a beautiful site that has been built. And the main beauty of the site is it is a totally online editor. You do not need any additional installation or anything. So you could see here that something has been written hello plunker, and there is a preview window. So the moment you go ahead and refresh it, you will find look, the page is hello plunker. So just take a moment and hello angular. um, Hello Angular from learners. Look, so it is really cool, and there are a few other kind of stuffs are there, like your script file is there, your style.css is there, and so you can pretty much do anything you want using this. And now while what about adding packages and stuff? So if you want any package, for example this jQuery and this Angular, so you only have to go there in this external libraries pane, okay, and just click on this, and it will easily get added to your uh, plunker editor. Okay, and you can definitely save it, and if you want you can sign it using github, and link your codes directly to a repository, something like that. And this plunks that you are creating, okay, so you can easily go ahead and open it in any browser. So what effectively happen is, like, you could see, like, it is opening this same one over here. So it will give you a very nice way to share the codes as well. Like you can simply save something and like share your saved plunk as with your, like, this is the generated URL, okay, and you can easily share this. You can easily open this one over here, and you could see the code that we have written, that is a hello angular from the learners. That will be, this is here in my Firefox as well. Okay, so this is a very powerful online editor tool that I prefer to use. And look into let's look into some other features of this one. Okay, before that, let's see how we can add Angular into our code. So if I just click on this, you see this Angular thing is being added, and there is another thing is beautify your code. The moment you do that, it will do some kind of central alignment, but I like it in this way because it gives me a much more readability. uh, and I do not need this pane anymore. Okay, so now we have included Angular, then what? So for using Angular, what we have to do is we only need one directive, one Angular directive, that is ng app. So the moment your browser see that some body has this ng app, now ng app you can add also in this HTML tag as well. Like a HTML has this ng app, it means that it has to inject Angular over there. So now suppose you have this thing, and then in a div tag you are doing something like, okay, and now if you go for a preview, you see this has been totally returning the actual result. Okay, now if I remove this ng app, the app directive of AngularJS, and just refresh this page, you see, let's see what happens over here. The page is refreshing, and you see this is not really working. So what happens is the Angular tags we have given, okay, so inside that Angular tag, whatever you write, it will only work when it comes under that ng app directive, because at the then only the browser get the alert that let's inject all the angulars or whatever there in the angle brackets. Okay, so and this is pretty much the reason why Google call it Angular, because of this Angular bracket. Any Angular code you write, they are inside this Angular bracket, and with many directives and stuff, so they call it Angular. Okay. Okay, so let's discuss now why we are going to use Plunker, because like we all use the other kind of ID, but what advantage we are getting? The first advantage, as I told you, there is no particular ID we got to install, right? We do not have to install anything. And the next one is, whatever you want to do in a standard ID, all the functionalities are there. As I told you, like there is this beautify your code thing, there is a download your Plunk. What will happen is the whole code will be downloaded over there, and this will open in an embedded view, and you see here this thing is happening. So if you go this launch preview in a separate window, it will even open in a separate window. I explored the folder structure earlier, like the index page is there, the script page is there, the style CSS is there, and if you want to open a new file, then you just click there and create a new file. Okay, and in case you want to rename anything, just double click there. You will see one pop-up window coming, and you can simply go ahead and rename the file. Okay, as simple as that. Now here comes some of the other feature, this editor options. So now as I'm using Chrome, so let's make it crowd midnight. Look, it gives me a totally separate kind of a feel over there. So like it's totally up to you what kind of stuff you like. For example, the font size 15 is quite readable for me, so I'm not really changing it. You want any line lapping or not, or wrapping or not. And look, the auto refresh is being done. So while you are changing your code, you will see some kind of auto refresh is happening, and if you want to just stop it, like maybe you are a kind of a guy who wants to go there and manually trigger the refresh every time, so you can simply off this auto refresh, and which I prefer to do pretty much. Okay, so this is the reason that why we are going to use uh, this Plunker. And so let's get started. And I'm using Chrome as a developer tool. The reason I'm using now Chrome is like it has a very good developer tool support. If you are new to this web development, just know that when you are opening any site in Chrome, if you press F12, it will just open the developer tools for you. And now there are a lot of stuffs are going on, so I'll just clear the console window, and in the console window you can see all the stuffs that are going on in your current case. Okay, so suppose now we are going to do some kind of, we are going to write some kind of JavaScript, and we want to debug it using our Chrome developer tools. Let's see how it is possible. Well, we'll be using a very simple example. Suppose we are doing something like this, where this is in our script.js file. Okay, where result equal to 2 plus 2 we are doing. Okay, and you also see there is a support of online error tracking. Okay, so now for some unknown reason, suppose we are getting it as 5. So while I am doing this alert result and I am refreshing this page, it is, look, it is refreshing. So just be with me for a second. Yeah, so look, it is giving it is giving 4. So suppose for some unknown reason, just presume for some unknown reason it is coming as 5. So what you can do in that case, so you can very well go to your sources file. Okay, and in sources file you will see a lot of stuffs. They are primarily all the JavaScript that runs in Plunker itself, so you don't need to worry about that. And to find your own code, you could simply go like this and type this script.js. Okay, you see here is my Plunker, and what you can do is you could just click on this left pan over here with the line numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, and this does this does set a debug point over there. Okay, so now if I go ahead and refresh it, let's see what happens. Look, they say paused in debugger, and until and unless I say go, it will not do that. So see what is happening. It is giving me this result as 4. Okay, so in this way you can very easily debug your code, and because of this easy debugging feature, I like the Chrome developer tools most. And the moment I let the program go, it says it gives me that particular prompt. Okay, so that is pretty much what kind of features are there. Okay, now let's come back to our presentation and let's see what we have in store for us. And these are the stuffs that we have covered, what development environment we are using and what kind of debugging we'll be doing. Now the most important part is the coding pattern that we are going to follow in case of Angular. So we all know JavaScript is a functional programming language, and Angular is heavily dependent upon the abstraction layer that can be built. Okay, the way the Google has designed it, it has totally a very good abstraction support. That is why you can do such a powerful programming based on that. Okay, so now what we'll be using a particular pattern which is being known as a revealing module pattern, and we will see how we can write code in a revealing module pattern. And all the code that we will be writing in our later videos, we'll be writing it in a revealing module pattern only. So this is going to be very important for us to know what a revealing module pattern is and how we can get hold of it. Okay, so let's start doing it. Okay, so let's get back to our plunk, and when I say plunk, it means that in our editor. So we'll be creating a JavaScript code in the revealing module pattern, which will give you a very good idea that what we are actually going to achieve, and it will be uh, very much helpful as well in our future endeavor. So let's start. We are creating one function, and in this function we are declaring one task. We'll be declaring couple of tasks. The first one is task 1, and the task 1 will invoke a function only, that is it will do a simple console.log hide from task 1, and then there comes another task, that is the var task 2 equal to function. This will also do a simple logging, and we'll say that high from task 2. Okay, so this is pretty much it that we have over here. Now in case of revealing module pattern, what we need to do is we need to return these values. Okay, so now how we will return, we will declare two job. That one is job 1, or you can name it something, colon task 1, and another one is job 2, and it is task 2. Finished. For some reason this Splunk is complaining. We will look into it later. So now let us create the function in invocation. Okay, now we just need to initialize them like this: worker dot job1 worker dot job 2. This will be pretty much it. Let me just recheck whether we missed anything or not. uh, well, there is one problem, I guess. This is not the way we initialize our JavaScript stuffs. Okay, so just before going, what is happening over there? Okay, so here we are creating two functions and assigning it to a variable, and that variable is being passed over to this job, and this job as a function being called from another instance of this particular thing. So this is being a module, and this module has exposed this tasks, and these tasks are being called. Okay, so let's see how it is happening when we call all these stuffs. Okay, so for that we have to go to the our console window, because the console window is the place where we are going to log this console.log. So let's refresh it. Well, you see, the first one is the job 1. This is high from task 1. Job 2 high from task 2. Job 2 high from task 2. Job 2 high from task 2. So you see like how we have created tasks and exposed it, and then used it in various workers. Okay, so just like if you are not getting what exactly happening over there, just keep in mind that this is the pattern we are going to follow. And if you just do a little bit study on it, because we are really short on time now, that will be very helpful for us to jump in the next module. Okay, so see you in the next module. And sorry, one of the part that I was left, that okay, where to go from here, that we have all uh, good to get started knowledge now. Okay, so in the next video we will start creating our full-fledged Angular app by covering the basic functionalities that Angular provides. And the stuffs that we have learned is how to add Angular in your project, how to use the Plunker as an IDE, and how to write the pattern based codes in JavaScript. Okay, so see you on the next module. Thanks for watching.